Let us know what state you're calling in from, and welcome to the call.
Hi. Can you guys hear me okay?
Carla, go ahead.
Yep.
Where are you calling in from?
I'm in Florida.
Fantastic.
No.
Florida is representing now. Happy to see you. Glad you made it. Welcome, and thanks for getting on. All right, who else is out there? Somebody.
Hello. Hi. I don't know if you can hear me.
I see you, Gemma, and hear you. Yes, go ahead.
Hi. I'm Gemma. I live in Orange, California, and I just signed up today.
Fantastic.
So I'm excited. So yeah.
Fantastic.
Hi,
Welcome.
everyone.
Congratulations. Welcome to the family, and we're glad you made it on. And thank you for sharing. All right.
Thank you.
Who else?
Need to change that Everett back to James. I don't know why he changed it again.
Oh, somebody told me to change it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna put it back to James. How's that?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Nigel, Cliff here. I made it.
Ah, Cliff, fantastic. Calling in from the great state of Alabama.
Yeah,
Good to see you, sir. Glad you made it.
thank you.
And you are 5, 10, 15, caller number 17. That's fantastic. Couple more seconds. I know some people were trying to unmute while I was doing that. Danny,
Yeah,
did you say
Danny.
hello? Go ahead, Danny.
Danny from California, Southern California.
California. Fantastic. Glad you made it. Go ahead, Billy.
Hey,
All right. You're losing your microphone there, but listen, Billy, we're glad you made it. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the call.
From Minnesota, Bismarck, North Dakota.
All right, North Dakota then. Good to see you. I don't know if I can't think of anybody else offhand from North Dakota. So that's a great thing to see. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the team. Excellent. So that was number 19. Well, one person off from my story being true that every week there's 20 to 30 new people, but that's close enough, right? Somewhere between 20 and 30 people every single week. And we love seeing it. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the team. I'm going to hit a couple of buttons here now so we can get going and get started. Welcome to all 20 of the brand new people, or 19 people that had a chance to say hello. So for all you new folks, my name is Niall Eddy. I live in Central Florida. That's why I was waiting for somebody to sound off in the state of Florida so patiently. I live in Central Florida, surrounded by about 1,400 lakes. So 9 times out of 10, when you see me, I'm going to have a real life shirt on because I love to fish. That's my pet. If I'm not working, I want to be fishing. If I'm not fishing, I want to be working. So that's my pastime. So living in Central Florida with about 1,400 lakes all around me is a little piece of heaven for me. So listen, I've been in this industry for 35 years now. 35 years ago, this ex-carpenter who hurt his back and went back to school to be an aviation mechanic was introduced to this industry by mistake. It was something that my sister and my wife got, in the mail. It was a coupon they got in the mail, and they answered the coupon, ordered some products, and I said, "Let me see that. What you got there?" And that's what I looked into it. I got into this industry by mistake, but I seen something really nice, and I thought, if we could just make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month to spoil the kids on the weekend a little bit more while I was going back to school, because it's pretty tough going back to school as an adult with 3 kids, right? It was tough on everybody, not just me. So if I could just make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month just to spoil my kids on the weekend, I'd be really happy. Well, I dove in to try to figure out how to do that. But while I was diving in, trying to figure out how to do that, I made a lot more money than I thought I was going to make because I really dove in and I put forth a lot of effort. So I graduated school. I went to work at the airport, and I was only there for about 8 months working at the airport. And I walked in and gave my boss a 2-week notice one day because my little home-based business was more fun and making me more money than that aviation job, if that tells you anything. And my boss was so mad after getting letters of recommendation and getting hired out at the airport right away. He was so mad. He said, "Now, if you're serious, you can take your toolbox and leave today." I got a big old smile on my face. I shook his hand. I walked away. I went home. I've been home ever since. That was almost 33 years ago when I was able to do that and walk away. I'm telling you, folks, this industry, if you dive in and you become a student of it like I did, it's going to do the same thing for you that it did for me. It opened up doors I never knew existed. It introduced me to people I never would have met as a carpenter or an aviation mechanic, right? And it allowed me 2 things into my life that I got to give to my kids. And create a good life for them. It gave me time freedom. Because guess what? Now I'm that dad. Every decision I ever made was for my kids. But now I was that dad that got to put them on the bus, take them off the bus, go to every football practice, volleyball practice, cheer camp. And when the high school needed a bowling coach, I raised my hand and I became the bowling coach. Why? Because I could. I had the time freedom to do it, but I also had the financial freedom to do it. Time freedom and financial freedom are the two big things that this industry gave to me, and it allowed me to give my kids an incredible life. My son is now 30 years old. He's never had a job in his entire life. He's been self-employed since the time he was 9 years old, and now he's just doing incredible. And I didn't even know he was paying attention to what I was doing back then. He just knew that dad was there all the time. So this opened up a lifestyle for me. It like completely turned my life all the way around from that 40-hour a week for 40 years paradigm that most people, especially my family, were stuck in. It allowed me to create income, to give me the freedom to do whatever I wanted to do, but whatever my kids' hearts desired, right? I remember one day having a conversation with my buddy Rory about 2 or 3 years into building the business. I'm that guy that didn't want to get on the computer. I did things old school. I talked to people. I was belly-belly. I was face-to-face. I didn't understand what the internet was going to give us. Boy, do we got some things to share for you. But that's one of the ways I met Rory. And once I dove into this and really got online, I looked back one day and I called Rory up and I said, do you realize I'm now getting checks out of 18 different countries? And he laughed at thunderous boom laugh of his that you guys are going to get to know. And he goes, I'm glad you finally understand the power of the internet now. And that's when I really dove in again. I became a student of this industry, and I became a student of the system that we were working back then. And we've worked a couple of different systems since then, but we've never had a system as good as we have right now. So this industry, whatever you want out of it, an extra 500 or 1,000 a month, like I did, an extra 500 or 1,000 a week, or you want to make it a full-time career income like I did, and Stacy did, and Linda did, and Andy did, and so many other people that you're going to be meeting here. If whatever it is that you're looking for, if you just do everything that you can in the time that you have and never make the one mistake that you can make here, that's give up on yourself and quit, and you dive in like I did and become a student of this industry and a student of the system that we were working, and you just follow directions and the people in front of you and let the system do the work for you for the effort that you're putting into it. There's nothing that you can't achieve here. There's nothing out there that can give you the life that I was able to live in the time I was able to spend with my kids. How many parents out there take their kids on vacation every year and we swipe that credit card like crazy? And then as soon as we get home, we open up the bill and that guilt sets in, right? We go, oh my gosh, I love my kids, but I can't believe how much I spent on that vacation. Every parent probably feels that, if not every year, every other year, right? It's amazing. This industry gave me that financial freedom that I never had to feel that again. If I took my kids somewhere, it was nonstop fun, action, excitement, entertainment, and whatever their hearts desired. And when I got home, I didn't have to worry about it. Actually, back then, I actually had an accountant that paid my bills for me. So I didn't even see the credit card bill. So I didn't care at all. If it was a problem, he would have let me know, right? It's a wonderful life, but there's no way as a carpenter, I could have accomplished any of that. There's no way as an aviation mechanic, I could have accomplished any of that. Admirable careers, both of them. I loved being a carpenter. I loved being an aviation mechanic, but nothing gave me the freedom, the time freedom and the financial freedom like this did. And that's why every time you see me and you wonder, gosh, where does this guy's passion come from? Where's all this energy? Why he's always so hyped up? I'm hyped up because I have a love for what this industry can do for everybody. And I want to share with as many people as I can. That's who I am. But guess what? I get the proud pleasure of introducing you guys to the people that created this system for you. Every Tuesday night, I get to tell you, show you, and let you hear who you just got in business with. When I first met Rory, and that was 30 years ago. So 35 years in the industry, 30 of them have been with Rory. When I met him, he was a young kid right out of high school. Actually, yeah, right out of high school. I mean, barely out of high school as well. A rosy cheeked little kid without a hair on his face. I needed a big voicemail. Everybody told me to call Rory because I needed one that could take a lot of volume. I called him up. I met this young guy with so much passion for the system that he created, but also a love to help other people and teach and do anything that he can to help as many entrepreneurs around the country build their business with his expertise. So he hooked me up with this great voicemail, but he also showed me something I've never seen a voicemail do before. Not then anyway, is as I built a network of people around the country, I could put a message on that system and shoot it out to all of them at the same time. Seems like I see some of the young kids laugh every time I say that, but everybody even close to my age is going to understand this. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have cell phones. We didn't have any of the technology we had today. This was 30 years ago. I didn't even have a pager. And I laugh about that because everybody had pagers in the 80s, right? I didn't even have that. But we had this guy named Rory who had a love for mass communication. And through the phone company, built us a system that we can mass communicate like we can now with SMS messaging and email and all the other great ways that we can contact people. So, but when the internet did come out in 93, 94 is when we all start bringing those big monitors home and putting them on our kitchen counter or our desk. Remember those? You remember those, Billy? It took, well, maybe not you, but it usually took 2 people to carry it in the house. The box bigger than the television. Remember those monitors? That's when we were getting online. That's when Rory really found his niche, though. He became the first guru out there on the internet, as an expert, something's going on there in my tongue, in lead generation. All of us entrepreneurs that were trying to get online and build our businesses, we needed leads. We needed people to talk to, and we didn't know how to get them, get in front of them and even begin to figure any of that out. Rory understood it like nobody else. He became the #1 lead generation guru out there on the internet. No one can produce the quantity of leads he could produce, and no one can produce the quality of leads that he produced. And there was a lot of guys out there trying to do it. Some of them were, not the best model citizens out there is the nicest way I can put that. Reselling stuff over and over and over and over and over. Rory knew how to produce real leads, real people looking for a real product, a real service, or a real opportunity. He became #1, and he still holds that title today. The only difference in what he does today versus what he did back then with his leads, he doesn't sell them to the public anymore. There's 1 billion people in his database of leads that he can produce. And he just talked about this on the call the other night. That's, what do you say, 1/3 of the population on the planet, right? What do we say? 12.5% of the population on the planet is in his database. No one will ever be able to touch what he knows how to do. He doesn't sell it to the public anymore. He invests that into you. Those are free leads that come to you. As soon as you go through our system and you're ready to start working with leads, you'll have more than you can ever eat. I promise you that, because that's what he does best. Well, one of the things he does best is lead generation, and you will never pay for those here. He figured out a way like nobody else can do to invest that into you and get his return way down the road by helping you become successful. No one can duplicate that, and I don't think anybody ever will, to be honest with you. But the other thing Rory knows how to do is market online and build websites and write pages. 25 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, when he built the very first website, because that's one of the things us entrepreneurs going online needed now. We needed a website full of information that we could send masses of people to, instead of trying to talk to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 of them a day, right? We needed a website that had information that we could send masses to. Roy got involved in building web pages, websites. His statistics were better than anybody else's. I was using 3 different people's websites back then. And as soon as he finished his first one, I started using his. The results that I got made me drop the other 3 in a day. I didn't even have to think about it. No one knew how to do what this guy knew how to do. And I could see that real quickly. So his websites, all of us got online, started using the websites that he's building, and the numbers that we were producing, things we were doing were astronomical in the industry back then and even today. So I got to meet him for the first time when I flew to Miami. There was an event there that I was attending, found out he was attending. That's where I shook his hand for the first time, looked into his eyes, and I realized right away a couple of things. One, he's that person that looks you in the eye the entire time you're talking to him, right? So many people look at the ground, look at the air, look sideways. Rory's that guy that keeps eye contact with you because he really wants to know what you're saying and how he can help you. That's the human being that he is. He's got that authenticity and that energy that you just don't see often at all. It's actually pretty rare these days. He's that guy that looks in the eyes and you know right away from when you're in his presence for the first time, you're in the right place. This is where you're supposed to be. God led you to somebody that's going to lead you to wherever you are trying to get to. Whatever your goal is, it doesn't matter what your goal is. Whatever it is, you're in the right place. I got to meet him. I realized that a couple years after meeting him, I got to fly out to Utah and meet his wonderful wife, Tanya, his partner, the co-founder here. And, you know, folks, I realized something really quick. I walked in the door, I met this young lady, and I call her a young lady because she is 11 years younger than me, right? Or not, or 12 or 13. No, I think she 10 plus years younger than me. And I get to call her a young lady. But I walked in the door and I seen this very young lady raising 7 children, running several other businesses, and helping Rory get this put together on the ground, keep everything on time, keep everything on track, keep everything organized, and help him do the training so he can stay being the creative individual that he is today. Together, they complemented each other like something I probably never seen before. And I knew right away that they were going to be a power couple. I knew this years ago that they were going to be a power couple, accomplishing great things on this planet because of their focus. And their focus is to help as many other people as they can. And I learned that the first time from somebody named Jim Rohn. If anybody knows who he is, then you're going to recognize this statement. If you don't know who he is, then look it up because you can still get his information online, his books, his audios, videos, all of it. And actually, there's a little bit of it on our training site, as you're going to see as well. Jim Rohn told me the true legends on this planet are the people who find the ways to help the most other people. To me, that was the definition of this couple that I met, Rory and Tanya Rickard. And I just knew I had no idea how big it was going to get. I had no idea we were going to accomplish as much as we did over the last 3 decades. I had no idea how much fun we were going to have. I had no idea we were going to become as close as we did. I call him my brother. I call her my sister. We are that close. I know his kids. They call me Uncle Dial. He knows my kids. We have celebrated holidays, birthdays, vacations, traveled the world together. And guess what? Everywhere we go, we find a way to go wet a line somewhere, because I told you earlier, I love to fish. So does he. That's how we unwind with a fishing pole. Unwind with a fishing pole in our hands. So we get to travel all over the place, and everywhere we go, there's some place to charter a boat and go out to wet a line and do the fish. I wake up every morning, and sometimes I still pinch myself and say, wow, Stacy, Linda, Andy, Sheila, we get to do this every day. We get to do this. Every day we get up and go to our computers and try to figure out who do we get to help today? Who are we going to reach out to? Who are we getting in contact? Whose life are we going to change today and help them hit whatever their goals are? That's what we enjoy the most. And I don't know how many of you, raise your hand right now if you're not already involved with us and you can't wait to get up in the morning and go to work. Yeah, I couldn't do that either before I got involved with this industry. But now all of us say we can't wait. We get up and I turn that coffee pot on. I walk right out here. I hit start on my computer. I open it up. I get my email opened up. Then I go back and pour myself a cup of coffee. And I sit back right down here and I read my emails and get caught up so I can start my day. Who do I get to help today? It's a wonderful feeling. So if you are looking for a place that you can call home, you are looking for a place where you can build yourself an incredible business while you're helping a lot of other people in the process, then you have found your home here. The 2 people that own the #1 lead generation company on the planet are the co-founders of the system you're looking into. The people that know how to build the best websites, to have everything that you need in a site to go out there and build a business and get the kind of traffic you need, are the co-founders of this system. They started this 17 years ago, and it kept evolving and getting better and better and better every single year. As new technology came out, Rory was already on top of it, and he implemented it into the system, and he'll continue to do that. And there's people coming to him every day saying, Rory, I love what you've built. I love what you guys are doing. Please market my product for me. And if it meets our core values, guess what, guys? He's going to take that and add this to the system that you have to give you one more avenue of income. Because that site is now hundreds of pages of different products and services that you get to take to the marketplace, and it's only going to get better every month, every quarter, and every year. It's a fabulous place to be. So kudos to you for however you found us and got here. And guess what? Without any further delay, because I think it's time, the guy that's going to sell a birthday tomorrow, yep, you better be on the call. The guy that's going to celebrate his birthday tomorrow, and our co-founder, my brother, our mentor, the guy that wants to help as many people on this planet have a better life, get freedom, time freedom, financial freedom. Your mentor, the microphone is his. I'm going to give it to him. Don't forget to say happy birthday in chat. Rory, love you, man. And the microphone's all yours.
Thanks, everyone. I'm just I'm pleased to be here. I gotta tell you, your birthdays, you always reflect on things. I'm 49. It's my last of the 40s. I'm a big kid. Those of you that are coming to the event, you're going to see that firsthand at Universal. If you didn't see it last time, I'm going to be running from ride to ride, and we're going to enjoy the Halloween Horror Nights, which I don't know if I can wait that long, guys. I'm probably going to have to go once or twice before you guys get here. But yeah, thanks, cuz. See, guys, I've got so much to show you guys tonight and catch up. There's a lot going on, and I don't think they did it because it's my birthday, but I'm going to claim it. I've got some things to show you. All right. So let me share my screen and show you a couple of things. One, these beauties came. And you guys may not know what this is. This is a sample package of a snack. Okay. So, new flavors. I actually have Niles with me here. He's like an hour away, but they might last. They may not. So I want to bring this up today. I'm going to share a screen and show you something. I think I took this from Facebook, so I can show this, Niall. I'm not going to get in trouble. Ready?
I'll close my eyes. I won't look. Go ahead. I know nothing.
So they already put this out there, guys, in a special release, and they're talking about some stuff. And it says, get ready for a delightful coffee upgrade. I have it right here. And they're in production. We're talking weeks out. They've discontinued the French Vanilla Plus. And, I've been so in love with this product line, and I'm in the hundreds now, right? I'm below 200 pounds. I've lost over 65 pounds, and they're not coming back. Like, I've lost the weight and kept the weight off, and I'm gradually, even shrinking more. And it's amazing how this stuff works. And, I was trying this out, and Jeff was, asking me for some more feedback. And, I'm not going to tell you what this tastes like, but I'll tell you that I have no problem having this every morning. And I actually, for those that are trying to get over, the hump or plateau, I'm thinking 2 of these is a great idea. And the other one I just took, because I just take it. I have this big belief, and I want to stop the share for a second. Some of these ingredients, these science-based biohacking ingredients, are very potent. All right. They don't have the best taste. They don't taste like cake. They don't taste like candy, right? They're strong. And so they add the flavorings to make it palatable. All right. Now, keep in mind, and this is coming from somebody that's been in the nutrition sales arena since '89. All right. I've gone over this, and I was talking to a new VIP student tonight, covering some details. You guys, weight loss that works, nutritional weight loss that works, and that helps redefine your body and make you look better is a very big industry. It's an industry that's big with a B, billion, B. And in my course of marketing, I have literally made tens of millions of dollars just in the weight loss arena alone, marketing weight loss that works. Okay. I know Niall's done very well in it. I know a lot of people that have, but personally in big scale marketing, massive rewards have been from in that industry. And so always looking out for it. And we have an amazing product line. This is an appetite suppressant. You add it to your coffee. I'll tell you, this tastes so good. I'm going to tell you, I will have no problem straight to the dome with this one. And I'll tell you, the appetite suppressant went till about 3 this afternoon. Meaning you better set a clock for lunch because you're not going to feel hungry, and then it's going to wear off and it's going to hit you. Then you want to keep eating, keep metabolism going. But the appetite suppressant's real. The energy it kicks in is real. They just really got a way better flavor, and so much so it's going to sell out great. I'm just letting you guys know that from the testing, the testing kitchen here at the Rickard establishment, Tanya likes it. I like it, and I can't wait for it to come out. And I'm not supposed to tell you that, really the flavor. They kind of hint at a little bit, but I like it. Okay, so that's coming out there. I have one more thing to show you. Again, that was just one thing to give you a highlight. Some of you, if you notice, it's out of stock. It's going out in the kits, but they're waiting for the new, and we're supposed to have it in weeks. So I think it'll be probably in October, and it's gonna really change things. One of our biggest issues we had with people was the taste and the flavor of the French vanilla. The product worked great. They've really done something great with it now. A great step forward. Okay, are you guys ready for this one? I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do. Tanya's yelling in the background. Here goes. I'm putting out tonight. This is not effective till midnight. Right, so I want everybody to understand they're launching it at midnight Eastern, which is only in 2 hours, 32 minutes. So in 2 hours and 32 minutes, what I'm going to show you becomes effective. Now, before I go into this, I personally just ordered a bunch of product. Happens. And we moved the kids out here to Florida. We're out here for a bit, and this is something that we go through a lot as it is. But when they do this, it really it really helps us to build up our inventory for samples and so forth. So I'm going to show you this. Niall, you saw the release that they told us it starts on my birthday, and it goes until midnight on the 22nd. It's 72 hours. Okay. I'm going to share the screen. Remember, it starts tonight at midnight Eastern. So it's a 72-hour BOGO. Buy one, get one free. Save on all the products. Now, Plus isn't in here, you'll notice, because it's being completely replaced with the new flavor. And so it's good for biome, brain, the SNAP products. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, Zleam and Youth, and also the tunes. So I actually purchased a tune yesterday for the $199. And had I waited, I would have got it, two. But this is a great way to stock up. They make them $100 a piece. So buy one, get one free, and it'll start again midnight. And then this is really good to take in advance notice too, because there's a price increase. We knew about it coming. Has to do with the way increases in costs all over. It's the only price increase we've seen in 3 years or whatever. And we had the leadership council on it. It's there. So for those that are like, okay, getting the budget, I'm going to talk about this in a second. This is the time to stock up. Buy one, get one free means free samples. Buy one, get one free means you can build your inventory up a little bit so that when the price goes into effect on October 1st, hopefully you're building your business more to account for it. Now, I want to talk about the Velveeta business for a bit. You guys, you'll notice that we have a recruiting machine here, right? We have a way to bring a lot of people in, and we just need more people to deliver the message, right? We do the training. And in doing that, everybody here has the ability to literally build steadily. Okay. And if you're building steadily, you literally can make upwards of 50% the referral bonus from bringing new business in, and then they launch these things which help us keep our inventory going, helps us get free samples. You know, when it's BOGO, I'll go buy more, because if I buy 10 boxes, I get 10 boxes for free. That's 10 boxes of samples. It didn't cost me anything. I'm going to consume the product, but I want to let you guys know something. They have VSTs, which is Vela Vita sales tokens. I'm trying to think what it goes by, sales tokens, or and you receive those every time you recruit somebody in. If you're a top recruiter, top customer acquisition, they give you these as bonuses, and they're cash inside the system. And you get these points, and we've been cranking on the recruiting. We've been cranking on rolling this out there. We have an amazing pipeline because the marketing systems are just cranking, and we're seeing anywhere from $700 to $1,000 in value worth of these coins every month. So Tanny and I go through about 12 boxes personal consumption, then more for samples, but it's not coming out of our pocket. It's coming out of the VST rewards, that we were able to redeem for free product. It's amazing. And we get swag, and there's some pretty cool swag in the back. One of the best battery backup systems or battery backup chargers I've ever seen. My kids all try to take ours. I got to buy more, but I want you guys to just know that everything in the way we got things set up is based on some amazing things having to do with taxation. So I wanted to have a deep dive conversation about building business and what that means, because I'll lay it all out there, especially, new people. You guys come in and you got costs to do the business. We go through it all, but everything we have, when you go to work and just do the effort necessary to bring in 2, 3, 4 customers, that effort literally eliminates your overhead. Then you build 3, 4 more customers, you're into profits. You build 3, 4 more customers, you're building the income. This entire process is built to where we get rewarded for doing steady, consistent work, and not lots. A little bit goes a long ways. If we're growing consistently, we get rewarded very big. And something I really instill with the instructors on the path is you get a rhythm. Like, you guys, we have so many people coming into this program looking to succeed, looking to really gain from it. And, it's something they never would have taught before. And this is why we always have these meetings, is to keep everybody on track. Most people that come into our program have never had their own business before, or never succeeded in a business before, or never had the connection to have marketing. All right. Marketing is expensive. And the thing about what we do is marketing also has perks. So if you're producing, you should get everything for free. You should get massive bonuses. You should. And everything we do, we reward you for that. We got our DTCA program. In the one of the month program, you get 3 customers or 3 cumulative orders, either way, or both, you get free wine. That means you get your wine for free. Uncle Sam's paying for your wine. You get to earn it for free. Vela Vita, you got 3 to 5 customers, depending on their average order. You're getting, based on the structure, you're getting your Vela Vita for free. Now it's all profits. You guys, I don't know any other business. And Savings Highway Global, 2 customers, you're basically covering your costs. You have 4 or more, you're in for free and building income. And I can't talk about all of them enough, because they're so solid. They're so good for us to market. We're going to, be driving things out there. I'm going to need you guys to get your calendar out in a second too. I'm going to announce some dates that I gave the instructors already for mini marathons. Okay. Now, back to when I'm going to go over these. If you're doing the work and you just get engaged, it offsets your income, or offsets your overhead. And now you're into profits. Now, every other business on the planet, if you want to make more money, you've got to spend more money. It costs money to make money. It costs money to breathe, guys, right? We've got to create more income than what it costs us to live. Right. I'm gonna point out a couple of things. I've gone through these tirades from point to point, but I don't know any business that has the potential, or the propulsion that has the available success that's available here, and the potential that you can get into for literally a couple grand few $100s a month in overhead, and you can grow. Now, it costs money to make more money. The difference is Tanny and I are funding that cost. Our biggest cost is marketing. It's not your cost to be in DTCA. It's not your cost to be in Bella Vita. It's not your $20 a month to be in Savings Highway Global or that membership fee. That's not your biggest cost in your business. Marketing is your biggest cost. Without marketing, without paid marketing, you cannot build this to serious levels. No business survives on family and friends alone. No business is successful without a paid marketing process. 85% of all business failures is credited to lack of know-how, knowledge, and capital for marketing. Nothing sells itself. And when you enter RRR247, you got access to all the marketing you can eat, your teams can eat, because we figured out how to fund it for you. Our philanthropy and our successes that have led up to here have allowed us to create a way to fund your marketing, which means that the biggest expense of your business isn't coming out of your pocket. And all we ask is that you receive it and do as much as you can with it, pay it forward as much as you can to help get other people into this, and we all win. It's a big win-win-win all around. And because we're literally making money from a business model that is super sound, we're creating the revenues to fund the marketing and grow it at a pace that we can sustain as we add more and more new members. Nobody else on the planet has ever put anything like this together. We have it. Run with it. So I'll go over the costs, right? We got this, these things that have costs, and they're all based on taxation. You get a few customers, your overheads go away, and you get the benefit of free product, and you get the benefit of even more and more free stuff as you build. Now, if you're consistently building 1 to 2 a month, you're going to have a good pace of building, and you're going to get some stuff covered. You'll pretty much cover your overhead and build some profits, kind of more of a hobby to part-time pace. If you're really focused on the B marketing and bringing in 2 to 3 a week, that's our $500 to $1,000 a week pace. Most people, that's full-time income or what they're used to. Okay. Now, if you're pressing it and you're duplicating the teams properly, and you're pressing 3 to 5 a week, and you're also engaging everybody in the ways that we teach, and you're getting some duplication and leverage from the team and organization, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit. Because it's all measured that way. If you've got 10 people in your team and they're all averaging 1 or 2 a week, you're going to see some great growth and some great income. If you have 10 on the left, 10 on the right that are actively growing on a steady basis, not 100 people, just 10 on the left, 10 on the right that are actively growing, taking advantage of the marketing, you're going to see some really good build. When those 10 get their 10 on each side, that's millionaire status, guys. And $1 million a year is 20 grand a week. Your overhead is $300 a month. If you got a few customers, your overhead goes to 0. You understand? So now you just got to build it consistently, get the right momentum in place. And you got your left team building, your right team building. You got a whole team helping you build. You have all the support in the world, and we fund your marketing. You just got to learn how to do it. Learn those skill sets that you didn't learn in school, or you wouldn't have learned in almost any other job out there. Learn it. And we even pay you to learn. We don't care if you mess up. We're going to just coach you and train you and be there until you get the skill set down. You guys have heard me talk about this. I'm going to be a broken record about it. You need to be great to get started. But if you don't get started, you can't become great. And we all start at suck. Just like riding a bike, just like doing anything. We don't start out being a pro. We start out at suck. We're going to fall down, skin our knees, learn that we probably shouldn't do that again, and be a little more careful on the turns. They're going to get better and better at it. And what's beautiful about this is we have people begging for a solution. They know there's something here. They don't know what it is because it's so complex. We have to explain it to them in steps. You just know that our business model works because it's complex. It's not one thing that makes it work. It's several things working together. Like any successful business on the planet. We make it look simple. That's great. It is simple once you know it. Once it's easy, everybody can do it. We got to get people to get it easy. And that means make sure they know how to copy and paste. Make sure they know the art of writing a review page, what we call the performance blogging offer pages. Know how the indexing works, keep the navigation clean, know how to post ads, know how to get things ready so they can get indexed with Google and gain from organic search, other legs of marketing. And how to use the SMS systems to reach out to students that paid money to come into our program to find out how this works. And we let you take those and build those in your team. We fund all the marketing on it. And I got to tell you, it's a big thing, but you know, you don't know what you don't know. Niall, I'm going to have you come on for a second. I can bring on a few others. Niall, when I first met you, you can hear me, right?
Yes, got it.
When I first met you, you were part of a system, and you guys are spending money on marketing to talk to the right people, right?
Yes, lots.
Okay. And there wasn't anybody, was anybody buying your leads for you?
No. Nope, that was all out of pocket to start until we got profitable. And then it was a lot of reinvesting back in. Had to have a plan to keep going, whether it worked or not, and just stay consistent with it until it finally paid off. No idea what was going to happen.
Risk, right?
It's yep, always a risk.
Was part of that process, I sold leads. I created the leads, and there was a big cost to them. The one thing I liked about it is if you ran it like a business and you had the capital, right? Capitalism is great, everyone, if you have capital. If you don't have capital, you don't get any of the isms, and capitalism it beats you down. If you don't have the money or the resources to know how to get the money to fund a business, you're probably not going to succeed in that business. I'm gonna break some things down. You guys don't know how to raise your hands? Things like that. Yeah, raise your hands on the things. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Okay, don't.
No, I love doing this. Okay. So raise your hand if you've ever heard this. If you want to become rich, find a problem and solve it. Lower your hand if you've never heard that before. If you've heard that, raise your hand. I was taught it in school, actually. Okay, a lot of hands up. Okay, so let me break it down. It's partially true. We buy things because it makes our life better or it solves a problem. However, if we don't have a way to convey the message or a way to market it, no one's going to know about it. There are so many inventions that make life better that we don't even know about. They can't even get it off the shelf because they don't have the capital to market it. Nothing happens without marketing. Nothing sells itself. Okay, we can lower our hands. Someone has the button for that. I know it. It always seems to happen. We have people bringing us great solutions all the time, and what they need is someone to market it. We built the platform to add anything we want. We got to keep driving the traffic in, building that traffic in, and that's what we do. Okay, but we get to solve the number one issue for a business, and that is if a business doesn't have a customer, it doesn't have a business. I know I repeat this stuff all the time, but I really wanted to sink it in today. We've got new products coming. We got things we're lining up. We're going to be rolling those out there in our RAM, our residual affiliate marketing platform, which is all tied to DTCA. We're going to have more and more of those coming. And I'm going to tell you guys, you want to be building and getting your traffic up. You want to get Google AdSense going. You want to do everything we teach you to get your PBSs going, because then when we add something new, you already know you got people to see it. It's like building a mall and getting population in there. So it's worth doing the work. I'm going to be doing some mini marathons. Write these down. Okay. Billy Gibbs, welcome. Let's look you over there. You ready to write down some dates? You ready for some dates? Okay, instructors, invite all your students these dates. The week before the event, our event is October 12th to the 15th. The big day is on the 14th. We got gatherings and some fun stuff before and after. Saturday, the 7th of October, All right. I'll be putting the calendars out, but Saturday, the 7th of October, we're going to have our initial hour of training, DTC hour of training, our V marketing will be 1 hour only. And then we're going to have a 4-hour mini marathon. All right. We're going to be pushing on things, making some modifications on pages and putting ads out. We're going to be doing a blogging marathon, an ad posting marathon. For those of you that don't know how to ad post yet, don't miss these. Try to get your site ready for that. Do as much as you can for that. We'll be doing that. And it's 4 hours. It's a mini marathon. For those of you that are brand new, I, on occasion, do a 12-hour marathon. Now, sometimes longer. Now, there's going to be a new long one coming up. I'm going to talk about that in a second. And then we have our live event, the 14th. That following week, the 23rd of October, I'm doing another mini marathon. Now, just so you guys know, it's October, yeah, Halloween, but we're right into the holiday season. Okay, we need to start pushing this stuff out for holiday traffic that's coming up this year. And that's going to run really hard. And then sometime November, December-ish, we're going to go right to weight loss ad campaigns. Okay. And we're going to have the new plus. We're going to have everything to focus on that. And the weight loss campaign runs till about March of next year. All right, so we're going to really line things up to focus on it, to hit the masses, get the word out there, gain traffic from things that people are looking for to solve their issues. But, we've got these incredible, and I'll call them inventions that solve problems. These like, this EMF necklace, the 5 snaps that we have of Velveeta, those are inventions that solve a problem. They solve problems. We just got to get the word out. We got to get the word out and we got to grow it. Okay. Now I want you guys to be aware of this stuff that's coming in there and what that means. Okay. Now, if you're brand new, getting your website established, getting traffic going to it, paramount. All right. There's a lot of things that we build that you don't see the reward on it for times to come, months to come. All right. I have such a conviction on it, and I'll relay some information. I started doing marketing campaigning 97, 98, 99, where I was building blog pages, writing posts, writing articles, doing what I call the advertorial style, which is an editorial that's really an ad, but written in an editorial style. And it's a third-party endorsement, stories sell, right, for products. I'm still getting traffic from the work I did back then. It's still sending me traffic today. Traffic that is now monetized and has been monetized for a long time. Those articles, those things that I wrote have created thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in income to me. And yet I only had to spend the hours to write it initially. It's like publishing a book and getting paid royalties every time someone reads it. This blogging method that we do is the same thing. One good article done right, posted right, indexed right, can create 100,000 new visitors a year, a month, a week, a day, an hour, a second. The more eyeballs, the more you're going to make when you have everything set up the way we set it up. Now, you guys, I'm gonna put some things out there about grit. We know what we do works. All right. There are so many students here, so many that are instructors now that make money from Google AdSense month in, month out, month in, month out. Google doesn't miss a payment. One income stream. Yet it pays us to put it out there and drive it to get awareness to whatever other products we have. I can't stress how this works enough because, we'll have students that literally the only way this fails is they quit. And they'll push and they don't do enough to get over there. They don't place enough ads. They don't stick with it consistently. And then they give up. It's not going to work. It will work. It does work. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And you've got to write the right things, get the right stuff out there. But then we don't just rely on that. We have that beautiful vortex system that's part of DTCA. We fund your marketing, and as you're using the leads that we're funding for you, there's a sequence where you get to add those into the drip system in the vortex, and we send them to your pages and generate traffic as well. We have so many things in place that when you do the work, it's going to work out. You're learning. So consider this all a big education process that's going to pay you. And some of you can jump right in, become part of the V marketing solution, and start gaining from it right away. Some are going to wait and watch it. You're going to have that broke mentality where you want to see proof. Well, you're going to get proof here. Do the work, watch it prove itself, then you can jump in. We're happy with all the above. We know that it works. The more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. You guys, you think about this too, right? If it didn't work and we weren't successful at the marketing that we did, there is no friggin' way Tanya and I could fund the marketing for you guys year in, year out, year in, year out. At some point, you're going to have to look at it. And we started funding the marketing for everybody in 2018. Started in January 2018. If those of you that have been here that long, you remember we rolled it out. We had 2 solid acres. We had our Wine of the Month Club. We had a nutrition company, and they were bringing the right amount of traffic in. We were making money. We were able to start supporting that. And we've just made things better and better since. And I really want you guys to just realize, if it didn't work, how can we fund it? And you know, I know people are like, well, I'm investing in this, I'm doing this. You are. But Tanya and I are investing more into every single one here than you are into this program. We're giving you access to tens of thousands of dollars in marketing that you can utilize each and every month, nonstop. There's no bill to pay. We just know that if you work it, it's going to pay out for everybody. To open and do the work, even if it's a little bit. Even if you only do an hour a week in me marketing, 30 minutes. Now, another day on the calendar I need you to put down is September 30th. Okay? We have the V marketing process. We got 2 ways to go: slow and consistently, or go big. Now, I want everybody to go big because I'm funding your marketing. Take advantage of it, right? It's kind of, I'm going to give you some analogies on it. But for those that are like, you know, I don't know how much I really want to invest. You know, I got to buy a marketing system with the dial pad. It's pay to play, guys. I'm going to talk about it. But you can do it for free using services. You just can't go big. You got to go slow. And Andy Perryman, who's one of our awesome MSIs, he's also the RRR247 chaplain. He oversees the prayer groups. He oversees the connection there. Andy is going to be training that, and he's got an amazing system. And he was teaching it last week, and I was like, Andy, I need you on again. When can you do 2 hours of this? And you know what? For those that wanted to see how this goes and you're going to be apprehensive, great. Learn how to do it for nothing so you can see it prove itself out. For those that want to go big, just let your instructor know, we train on it all the time. We do the trainings every Saturday, and we actually have trainings on it every Monday through Friday. Once you're in the instructor and training program, you sign our NDAs. We give you access to see the training Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all day. Different leaders doing it. Okay. And then we do it every Saturday. Now, I can't say anything more because we have this event coming up. We're going to be announcing some things, but there's a reason who we have trained and why they train. We have the best of our best training, doing the stuff they do. You guys, this is the skill set. I want you guys just think a second in your mind. There's a lot of professions that change. They become obsolete. Look at the internet is displacing jobs by the second. Artificial intelligence is replacing other jobs by the second. There are people right now that went to school for a long time to get a profession that's literally obsolete, and it's just a matter of time before it catches up to them. If there's anybody that doesn't believe me, raise your hand. Now, when jobs are made obsolete, things change, things shift, opens up new opportunities. Always. Doors closed, new doors open. Well, there's a revolutionary change in the way employment and things work. I saw the trend a long time ago. We are already there. You guys are all partners with us. You're not our employees. This is not a job. We're not trying to leverage you to make as much money as possible and leave you destitute and retire broke. That's what the world does. We partner with you. We back up and cover the #1 expense to let you grow your business to whatever dream and desire you want to get. If I can do it, you can do it. Do what I do, get what I get. Remember, the only difference between Tanya and I and everybody else here is nobody pays for our marketing. Yet We pay for everybody's marketing here because we figured out how to make it work in this amazing utopian process that's tied to capitalism. We have the best of both worlds here. You just got to take on it and go with it. The only person that's stopping anybody from succeeding here is that person you look across at the mirror. Buck up. Ask the questions. You guys, this is built with the best energy possible. Nobody wins unless we're all winning. If you don't show up, you lose. So does your instructor that's invested time and energy to train you. Show up on the Tuesday calls. You guys, we're going to roll out new products that kick off. You know, I can tell you the first to market always wins. So if you don't have traffic going to your PBS, that's okay. We'll add things as we go. But once you get it going, even if you don't feel like there's a lot happening, it's building. It's building. And we add these new things that people pop on, right? That pop. And I mean, people see it, they want it. And that brings the attraction. And then they see everything else that you did. All that work you did now pays off. You guys can knock out your entire PBS in a solid weekend if you want to. You've only got to modify 67 pages. Follow the training exactly. Now, we've added some new products. We got this awesome meal skin cream that's going great. We have a lot more focus probably we need to do on like protein popcorn and some other great kiosk offers. We have, oh my gosh, we got to revamp some of the Velveeta products, and I've been testing some things. We want to get that done. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to be changing the core system to be updated with our best of the best that we have today. Sell what's on the truck is a term. And it's going to require me doing another mega marathon where I build an entire system from scratch, like a student would. I'm going to take one of the new systems and modify it again. There's changes in WordPress. Things work a little differently. The training is going to be modified. This happens. Okay. And last time I did it, it took me 14 hours. This next time, I think it probably will take me a little bit more because there's some things I want to do better. And that's how it's always progress. But I'm going to tell you guys something. When you see the new pages, everybody's doing a great job backing up their systems. You guys, we are bulletproof now. We are solid bulletproof. We just got to build. We just got to build this. And I'm going to go into something on this note, right? And today I really wanted to take a breath, make sure you guys know why we're doing what we're doing, and make sure you're on the focus path. And you got your PBS to build, and that's a lot of work. And it's like anything; it'll become easier the more you do it. And when it's easy, anybody can do it. You can literally, on your phone, be building pages out while you're in line waiting for the cashier at Walmart. You can be building pages while you're at the bank waiting. You can be building pages while you're waiting to pick up the kids at the drop-off point or the pickup point at school. We can literally do our business anywhere once you understand the tools. We can post ads from anywhere, right? Because I have classifieds for free pulled up, and I'm posting ads as I'm waiting for different aspects of students and pauses. I go there and click, just do an ad. I do things like that to keep it going because I know that the saturation point's endless. And the more I do, the more I'm going to get. And I keep putting it out there. Then we'll be doing the mini marathons, teaching you guys the basics, but there's nothing that's going to grow more than leverage. And I really wanted this to highlight that a little bit. We have an amazing structure here. Everybody here basically has their own businesses, right? They're tied to you. Okay. Yet we don't work it like an individual sole proprietor. We work in teams with a corporate structure so that we're all learning, growing, thriving, and we can bring other people in and they get the support of the community. It allows us to all run. And if something happens to you in life, the team can back you up and we're still growing together. This is something that we all need. No one's meant to do this stuff alone. And you guys, when you're looking at this, and for new people especially that never had a business, people are willing to go work 40 years at 40 hours a week, give up their time and energy to trade for dollars to retire broke. Here, if you build it and you put your head down and you follow the system and you put a couple years in, you're going to make more money than you ever make in any job. And if you learn the time efficiencies, you're going to have time freedom and financial freedom both. We teach that structure. We go over all of that. Now, that brings up a reminder. We have our event coming up October 12th to the 15th. The big day's on the 14th. Probably should put this up here. Now, you're usually getting shown that link out there. I'll let you do that again. Event 2023. You guys, I'm going to check this here again. I keep waiting for the rooms to go down. They've extended it. We've hit our limit, our minimum. They've been really good. We love this hotel. The room rate's still locked in. I'm going to check availability. This is the Thursday to the Wednesday. The event's Saturday. I recommend everybody come in at least on Friday. Stay till Sunday. We're doing our Halloween night thing and Universal. I'm going to pull up some ticket stuff in a second there too. Yep, looks like it's all available still. Perfect. There's 2 queens. You go with your instructor. I know there's people that are sharing rooms, making that happen. The ticket itself, $99. You guys, we have other events that cost a lot more, but when we do our RRR247 events, we have PR budgets to help offset our costs. It's just what it is. Now I'm going to go down here really quick. The Universal Days, and some specials. I'll get it out there, but there is a special rate on the Halloween night. You guys, I've seen the setup. We haven't gone to it yet. I'm pretty sure we'll go to it before you guys get here because it's killing Tanya and I. But this event is going to be an amazing investment in yourself. We're going to be covering a lot of things to help people build the way we build, to learn how to do the art of the BRT, build a relationship and trust, and also how to build a business and aspects of page building. All that we get to cover together when we're together. And this is our office time. And Tanya always says that, and you know what? I love that analogy because look, we work remotely, right? You know, Billy, you're working with your instructor. They're not in North Dakota. I think you work with somebody in Nova Scotia, right? Yeah, I'm going to bring you on, Billy. Hold on a second. By the way, Billy's got an amazing smile, and you can be on camera all the time. Billy, who's your instructor?
Nicole.
Oh, Nicole Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay, you're working with a VIP instructor. So I personally trained her. I knew your name looked familiar. Now I get it. So Nicole's in Kansas. Or she's in Missouri. She's a Kansas City Chiefs fan. You know, we're not all perfect. Just kidding. Okay, so you work with her. You're into session 2 already, correct?
Correct.
Right. So
Yeah.
you learn all the stuff. It's new. You're coming on these trainings, but you know what the good thing about it is, right? Is you're working with an instructor that's working all the time, and she's got a busy life, but she organizes it, she structures it, and you're in a team that's growing constantly. That's fun. That's how this is meant to be. And you just got to dive in, learn how to do it, but you're going to have access to all of our trainings, everything to grow. And Billy, if you do this right, you'll never have to work for anybody else again. You work for yourself.
Oh, hey, I'm trying hard to hang in there too.
And it's just follow the system, right? And anytime you need questions, you go up there. You also have access to me, right? You have my phone number?
Yes.
So you know you can call me too, because I'm her instructor. We have a 2-up process. And yeah, I recognize it. And by the way, you can always you guys, your smile is awesome. It catches my eye when I was walking on here. Always welcome to you're on there and put that, you know, we share that. But Billy, you've got your goals, you got your desires to do stuff. I'm just going to bring this up there. We've got the path. We know what to do. You just got to get out of your way, trust in the system, and just do the work. It's not one of those things that might work. Like hey, 1 in 100, it works for if you're lucky. No, it's a system. And if it didn't work, there's no way we could fund it. So if you need proof, just realize these guys are willing to pay my marketing costs. No, not everybody understands that marketing is very expensive. It's not like you go spend $1,000 and you get it back right away because customers come in. You have to spend a lot of money before the customers even know about it to build up. You know, our ROI on our marketing budget's 3.5 years. We fund that for you. So we go to work. No, we got your back. Who's been here? Who's probably one of the longest, been here the longest? Let's see. I'm going to have fun. Let's see. Gregory Pope, one of our GSIs. You might be a PSI yet. I think you're close. Greg Pope.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. So Billy, I want you to hear this. Greg, how long have you been with us?
I started in March of 2019. So
March.
4.5 years.
Okay. Sounds like you've been part of the family a lot longer. That's a good thing. 2.5 years. So Greg.
No, 4.5 years.
4.5 years. Oh, that makes it more sense. That makes more sense. What did I say? Yeah, 4.5 years. Okay. 4.5 years. Have we ever ran out of leads?
It's amazing, Rory. There's not enough people to call out everybody we have today. I was looking for a row, and boy, I got 2 people on the phone right away. You know, out of 10 leads, I got 2 people on the phone.
I want to bring up something, and it's an opportunity time right now, right? Anytime the world's in an issue, doesn't matter. Our business is it's pandemic proof, it's recession proof, it's depression proof. People are looking for jobs right now or ways to make extra money right now in a fierce way. Things are shifting. Remember I said there's a lot of jobs becoming obsolete? They're looking for things. We're talking to more and more professional type people. Billy, you came looking for a solution and you found us.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, there's no other place on this planet that funds your marketing. That's on you, not here. So take advantage of it. Learn how to apply it. Nicole's a great student, and she'll tell you what she did. She watched me do it, and then she finally said, I can do this, and she jumped right in. And that was a while ago. And now she's part of this huge path that you're in and to grow. Greg, I'll bring you on one more second.
Okay. Shoot.
You've seen new things added, right?
Yeah, that's a big issue because it's a lot. So it confuses people because there's so much, if you know what I mean. We have to take it step by
It's
step.
probably like, but I'll tell you, like, there's just too much of the stuff. So I tell everybody how do you eat an elephant?
Step by step, one bite at a time.
Trust the system, get initial stuff done. You can always add more to it later. But if you don't get it set up properly to take advantage of Google, take advantage of the search, it doesn't matter anyway. No one's going to see it. So you got to build it properly. You're going to have plenty of time to add the other stuff and get it going. But once you have your site ready, you've got Google AdSense, then when we roll out a new project or a new offering, you know how to add it. You're going to get better and better at it, right? Remember, if it's easy, everyone can do it. Well, after you've done it enough times and you follow the process, it gets easy, right? It's like riding a bike. It's hard and then it's easy. You have muscle memory, you don't have to worry about it. That's how this is. Once you learn how to build a page, launch it, do the marketing, it's the same process for everything we launch. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. All right, I'm gonna bring up one more person on here. Billy, you're a great sport. Is this your first time on? Is this your first time on a Tuesday?
Yes.
Well, welcome. I don't usually call everybody on the first time. Again, I just like I want to hear from Billy. So I look forward to talking to you more. Danny, I'm gonna ask you to unmute.
Yes, how you doing?
Doing fantastic. Okay, who's your instructor, Danny?
Dina Harding.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous.
Yeah.
You already know you're working with someone that's just on it and growing, right?
Yeah,
You see growth all the time, don't you?
Yeah, I speak to her. Well, I've only been a couple days, but yeah.
Okay, so just so you know, she's an amazing VIP instructor as well. She grows very fast, but she does what she says. But you're just connected to the system. Is this your first time on?
Yes, it is.
Well, welcome. So I picked on 2 of the new people. All right, that's fine. You're going to see how things go here. Just make sure you keep showing up and don't hesitate. And there's something I want to tell everybody. Billy, you too. If you don't learn something and you're not doing it, you're not just letting yourself down, you're letting the team down too. So if you need to learn something, speak up. Don't be bashful. We need you to know it. Remember, Dina doesn't get paid to train you, Danny.
Yeah,
Nicole doesn't get paid to train you, Billy. They don't get paid a penny to train you. Now, that's backwards compared to the rest of the world, right? If you're going to get educated by someone that knows something, there's value there. You should pay them. Do you know how you pay them? You show up, because when you succeed, they succeed. And you can tell them there's a catch here. We expect you to pay it forward to others. Well, as soon as you're helping to grow it and pay it forward to others, the system rewards everybody for that. We all get rewarded with the more people we help to succeed here. It's a win-win-win, all angles, all setups. So welcome, Danny. Welcome, Billy.
Thank you.
I think I like doing this from time to time. Now, the next Tuesdays, we got stuff coming. We're waiting on some new products to get linked up, get the tracking in place. And so, so Danny, it's a lot to take in, right? I'm going to mute you again. Hold on. Let's see.
Yes, it is. It's a lot to take in.
So just one step at a time, just trust the process, do as much as you can in order. Don't skip around. Just get it done eventually, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And if you can block out a time for like an 8-hour stretch and knock it all out, or knock out a bunch, do that too. But if you can only do 30 minutes at a time or an hour at a time, just do what you can. Just don't quit, knock it out. Knock it out. All right, you guys, I look back sometimes. Do you guys ever have a bad day? You ever have a bad day, Danny?
Yeah. Yeah.
Things just don't go right. It doesn't feel right. You want to just go home, get on the covers, tell everybody to leave you alone.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I have those too. However, they're rare. And usually it has to do with outside elements or things you don't control. And I'll sit down sometimes, and I'm going, I've been here meditating and trying to figure this problem out for 30 minutes, an hour, whatever it is. And do you know what's consistent about that versus even a greatest day of my life hour? You know what the difference is? I'm still making money either way. Every second of the day, I'm still making money. The only difference is the attitude I have with everything else. And sometimes I sit back and go, there are people in this world that are having hard times, and they're having hard times. It takes them away from producing income because they can't work at their job. I don't have that issue. And no matter what, somehow that always lightens me up a little bit, because it's like my life could be a lot worse. There's money coming in, always coming in. And that's what I want everybody to have. There's a fundamental problem when you don't have enough money to cover your expenses, and life throws you a wrench. Life throws us wrenches all the time. We're all impervious to it. I get them too. Things that wreck your week, wreck your day. The appliance goes out, the car breaks down, somebody backs into your car, and it just wrecks your day, right? It happens. But there is things we can control and things we can go forward on it. But when you have financial stress, those problems just get magnified. They just do. And when you don't have a financial stress, the problems don't matter, and you can focus on what really matters, and that is your loved ones. Everything's okay, and we can fix that. Money is replaceable. But when you're in a scarcity environment, or you're working for the hour, those little things can set you back. It's controlled slavery. I'll say it as it is. If I had to ever ask somebody for my time off, like I had begged them to take a week off, so I wasn't there to help leverage their business, I don't think I would go ballistic. I couldn't do it. I've lived so long with freedom, and the thought of working for somebody else drives me to work even harder. And the difference with me is I got to wake up every morning to help somebody else, Danny. Mm-hmm. Every day I can help multiple people to change their life and their projections. And it's going to change. The shockwave of this is going to be big. The ripple effect of every life we impact and make better. Some of us don't even know the impact that's going to be. We can visualize it, but it might be way bigger than you understand. And we get to change the future of a lot of people this way. It's never been this easy. And what I mean by that is, look what the internet's doing. The direct-to-consumer path, the vision we've seen for a long time, is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And us, the way we're set up, we get to gain the most from something like that. We got new products coming all the time. We take the right ones out there, it blows up. You guys, we've had $1 million home runs in just a month, over and over again in sales. We're selling millions a week in products and all the different things that we're tied to, and the wealth is just being spread out. It's an awesome process. And you guys, it's taken 15 years to get here. it's so complete. I'm just excited year by year because now we got the foundation to build big. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit on the vision, and those that have known me for a long time know it's there. This wasn't built to create millions of dollars. This is created to build billions of dollars. The foundation had to be big and secure to support everybody and support tens of thousands, then hundreds of thousands. If you see the way that it's built, the way that it's laid out, we don't have barriers. We build in groups that allow us to grow and maintain. We've got the technology. Even here, like we're limited to 1,000 people on the Zoom connection, but now with the technology, we broadcast to YouTube. We have no limitations anymore. We now can have this meeting on Tuesday and talk to everybody, update the stuff that goes on. Think where this is going to progress. All right. You know, it wasn't that long ago, it seems, that we didn't really have the Zoom capabilities. We could only put 100 or 200. We had to do conference calls because Zoom couldn't handle us, right? Soon there'll be bigger components, but now that we got the YouTube broadcast, sky's the limit. And you know what? I hear from people all the time, like, oh, I just put it on YouTube because I got big TV in that room. We just sit down. We can enjoy everything in a big screen. I'm like, that. How cool is that? I never saw that coming per se like before, but that's an awesome benefit. And you guys just do the work, be part of it. And remember, we're not alone. No one here is alone. You're building your business. You're building your PBS. You got all your incomes that go to you. You're directly the one that benefits from the work of your individual PBS. But because of the network, as you bring somebody else in, and when you're bringing somebody else in, and we build the two teams to balance it out so that, you know, that everybody's getting rewarded for doing their effort, the utopian process, you're also getting leverage off the success of helping others do what you're doing. And there's no limits. Once you visualize that, you understand why we drive it the way we do, why we try to get involved in remarketing. Because if you just add one person to your team a month, and the rest of your team is adding, that's progress. It's a ripple effect. Every new person we get in here, and Danny, I don't know if you know our process here. Do you know how many new students we have coming to learn what we have every day?
Oh, I'm just brand new this week.
Okay, so is this bigger than you thought it is already?
Already, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so we have 1,000 to 2,000 new students coming into our doors every day.
Wow.
Some are ready now, some are just checking it out. And that's what we make available for everybody that's there. And we know the power of ascension. And I'm going to tell you guys, the longer we're around, 15 years, 16 years, 20 years, 25 years, people are coming back again and again and again. And eventually they got to be like, okay, I better check out what this thing is. But remember, what we do here is nothing that they would have learned in school. We got to be patient with them, loving, trust the process. All right, Danny, welcome. Billy, welcome. I got to pick on two new guys. That makes me feel awesome. And you guys just know it works. Get going with it and go from there. Well, I got over just a little bit. I was going to read a chapter of my book. I think I still